episode. I am Twisha Chauhan, and how are you feeling today?
Hi Twisha, I'm so glad to be here. I'm feeling great. I'm really excited and I'm really honored that you decided to select me for your first ever episode.
Yes, so um, let's go into a bit of what you do and why you're here. As you probably know, Kalakriti is a website or per se a small business, maybe you could say, that promotes art as a curriculum and just art in general. Because you know how people are
Right.
just like, you can't take art as your entire career. It has to be a side hobby and everything.
Right, it's an unorthodox career in the eyes of tradition.
Exactly. So, like, what? Okay, let's start with the first question. So, what kind of art form are you dedicated to? Because we brought you here because
Right.
you're dedicated to an art form. So, what is your art form?
So, for me personally, I'm into, you could say, too, especially music. I am very big into performance. I would love to pursue music as a career further on when I'm older as a singer. But at the same time, I'm also very interested in visual arts as I take that as a subject as well. So, that's my main type of art form.
So that's really interesting. I never really got into the arts, but I really love art and design. Like, it sounds really interesting
That's
to me.
awesome.
Yeah, and music is just something I really love. Like, if you count listening to music as something you can pursue, then yeah, probably.
No, definitely.
Yeah. So, okay, a deeper thought into it. How did you get into art? Was it like your parents, or was it your own thing going against your parents? Well, how was it?
Honestly, I don't really remember much about that, but I feel like ever since I was young, from a really young age, I've always been into really creative things. I've always been crafting, doing some sort of drawing, singing some sort of song. Ever since I was a small little thing, like I'll be looking over at the videos of me when I was smaller, and I'll be doing the silliest little things, and I realize I guess it's something that's ingrained in me.
Yeah. Do your parents do anything like related to the arts, like music or writing?
So, I guess you could say my mom, very back in her day, she used to be a painter. She won a competition or so. My dad, he does writing recreationally, but my parents don't necessarily do much regarding creative fields. Unfortunately, they don't have the time, and but yeah.
So, if your parents, like, they don't pursue art as a job, as
No.
their career, right? So
No.
they have like very conventional jobs. So
Yeah.
then you must have faced at least some challenges in like pursuing art, right? As a subject, because mostly like in ninth grade, at least as far as I know and as far as I've heard from my peers, is that ninth grade may you don't like choose your subjects. Your parents are the ones making your choice. So was it like that for you, or did you have to fight ki no, I want to go into art?
So for me, my parents have always been really supportive of my decisions regarding
so
the
sweet.
creative subjects. They've always been really there for me and helping me out. So for ninth grade, let's talk about art and design. I was the one who actually selected it. See, initially we were deciding between music and arts, but for a set of reasons, we went with art because I'll give you the reasons. Music is something that even if you don't learn in school, especially with the type of music I want to go into, which is performance music, you can pursue it further and you can make it big. I'm giving an example. The singer Rihanna, she studied Harvard Law, and yet she's made it so big. So music is something you don't have to necessarily study, especially like me, performance music. You don't have to study at your younger ages to make it big. But art is something that you need the credentials and the confirmation from a lot of people, especially if you want to get into good schools and make yourself like big in visual arts. You need to have some sort of experience from like a young age. And for me, that was, I'll actually take it as 8th grade because I got to select my subjects then in my old school. So my parents said, because I plan on pursuing music, like I said, but if that doesn't really work out, or maybe even on the side, I'd like to go forward with visual arts. So my parents said that you need to have those two options over there and you need to work towards them both so that in the future, with whatever happens, you always have that option and it's viable.
Okay, that's very interesting. First of all, I'm still stuck on the fact that Rihanna did Harvard Law because what? Yeah, but okay, I'm assuming you have sciences, right?
Yes, I take coordinated sciences.
So that's all three sciences.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then science is considered like one of the hardest subjects. I mean, like people struggle with science and math. You know, it's like, oh, I can't do science and math. वैसे. So then, how are you managing your time and like the pressure of doing arts and also doing sciences, which is considered considerably tougher, or like I have heard it is.
So I'll be for real. People are like, oh my god, how are you managing all of this? How are you doing all of this? But trust me, I'm not. I'm always facing all this pressure. I'm like, oh shit. I'm doing my art project for art and design, but now I have these worksheets in this project for biology or
My
chemistry. Or I'll be like, oh, I'm practicing for my vocal training that I have. But at the same time, while I'm practicing, I have this maths FA that I have to study for tomorrow. So it's really hard to balance it. No, I'm not. I'm not facing the pressure as much as people can see on the surface, because to everyone else, wow, she's able to balance all of this. She's so well rounded, very holistic. But for me, I'm like, well, I can't do all that. I'm managing somehow, but it's a really stressful, unhealthy sort of coping mechanism.
Okay. I mean, if you're a student, there's a lot of things you have to
Absolutely.
manage. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but I guess there's a lot of, social structure thing also going on in most schools, like especially in ninth grade, because you're like the first year of high school,
Yeah.
right? So it's very tough.
You feel so big and you feel so small at the same time.
Exactly, because you're the youngest, but you're also elder than like 8 other grades.
Yeah,
So it's a lot
so,
of things. So, okay, this question is not so related to what we were talking about, but it's related to our entire reason to as why you're here.
right.
Your art form is two things, of course, but if you don't have that art form, what will you pursue? Like, of course, you want to, I'm assuming you want to go into a career of art when you grow up.
Yeah, like music is an art, so yeah.
Yeah, the arts that we
The
count
arts,
as
yeah.
the arts.
Yeah.
But if you don't get to do that, or you're not able to, or you lose interest, or some circumstances, what else are you supposed to do? What else do you have in mind? What is your second option?
So I've always known I want to pursue art and music ever since I was younger, but my parents recently have hit me with reality saying, okay, yes, we're supporting you, we're helping you out, but like it's not gonna always work out. So I feel like I can definitely go into something regarding business, something there.
Oh.
I'm planning on possibly taking an MBA after I go through with my studies at any musical institute.
Okay, that's not bad. That's a good second option. But so you're also doing business, or is this like a hobby thing?
I guess it's a side thing. I don't take business as a subject.
Oh,
I'm a
that's fine.
geography student.
Oh, okay. The geography is also interesting.
Yeah,
I
very
must say.
much.
Like, it's also, I guess you could count it in art if you count topography and all.
Big stretch for sure.
Big stress, very, very big stretch. But okay, last question, and like this is probably the shortest question we have. There are so many people in the world who are doing art, and people make it to that big place that they want to go to. The
Right.
top of the mountain, Cloud9. They make it there, but what are the chances you will make it? Of course, I'm not trying to like underconfident
No,
type
of
thing
course,
you,
of course.
but just asking, what are the chances you'll make it?
I get that. I get your question completely. And to be honest, there are chances I might not, because it's not in my hands if I succeed or if I don't. But it's always good to have that hope, that passion, that will to pursue it further. Because if you put in the effort, the time, all of that, then you will succeed somewhat in your own way, despite not making it as big as maybe other people see it. It's
Yeah.
about what you feel.
That's true. Of course, there's also always that aspect of it's my life, and it's, of course, I have to live up to my expectations. So yeah, that's really inspiring. Thank you so much for being here
Thank you.
and being our first podcastee, I guess.
Thank you so much for having me, Twisha. I'm so honored to like share my insight and inspire other people.
Yes. So I'm hoping you'll be reading our blogs on our website
Oh,
and
definitely.
watching our podcast.
I'll definitely
you
be
have to be a
checking you
loyal
guys out.
Kalakritian.
Of course, I'll definitely be checking you guys out and telling you all about to my friends and family.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.